The Milky Way is 100,000 light-years in diameter and contains 400 billion stars, yet not a single civilization has called us. This is bizarre. The Milky Way is 13 billion years old, while Earth is only 4.6 billion years old. This means there were 8.4 billion years, more than enough time for other civilizations to develop and dominate the entire galaxy. Scientists calculated that if an alien civilization expanded at just 1% of the speed of light, it would only take 5 million years to colonize the entire Milky Way. But the Milky Way has existed for 13 billion years. It should have been colonized 2,600 times over. Yet, we look around and find nothing. This is the famous Fermi Paradox. Either we are extremely special, or there is a terrifying reason why all those civilizations disappeared. Scientists named this reason the Great Filter. It could be ahead of us, or it could be behind us. If it is ahead of us, the end of humanity may not be far off. Humanity started sending signals into space in 1977. These signals have now been traveling for 50 years, expanding at the speed of light to form a 50 light-year radius sphere. Within this region are 1,400 stars. If any of them held intelligent life, they would already know of Earth's existence. But so far, there has been no reply, just deathly silence. On August 15, 1977, humanity received one real, mysterious signal. Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope captured a narrowband signal 30 times stronger than background noise, lasting 72 seconds, at the 1,420 MHz frequency, the characteristic frequency of the hydrogen atom. Astronomer Jerry Eman excitedly wrote the three letters WOW on the printout, but the signal never appeared again. For over 40 years, scientists have repeatedly aimed their telescopes in that direction, finding nothing. Those 72 seconds were like a cosmic phone call that rang once and hung up. Even more bizarre, the signal could not have come from Earth or the solar system. It was not a satellite, not a plane, and not any known celestial phenomenon. It appeared suddenly and vanished, leaving an eternal question mark. Some say it might be a lighthouse beacon signal sent by a civilization, sweeping past every once in a while. We were just caught in the beam for those 72 seconds before it swept elsewhere. We might have to wait hundreds or thousands of years to be illuminated again. But there is a more disturbing explanation. It could be the last distress call of a civilization. Their planet was being destroyed, and they used their last energy to broadcast a help signal before everything fell silent. When we received the signal, they might have been extinct for hundreds of years. This leads to a deeper question. Perhaps we cannot find aliens not because they do not exist, but because we are looking for them in the wrong way. All life on Earth is carbon-based. DNA, proteins, cell membranes, all built by carbon atoms. But why must life in the universe follow Earth's rules? As early as 1984, astrobiologists proposed the possibility of silicon-based life. Silicon's chemical properties are very similar to carbon, and theoretically, it could completely replace carbon as the basis of life. Silicon-based life might live on planets with temperatures up to several hundred degrees. Their bodies might be transparent and hard like crystal. They would not need to breathe oxygen or drink water. They might even digest rocks as food, move slowly, but have extremely long lifespans, perhaps thousands or tens of thousands of years. Even more extreme is plasma life. Plasma is the fourth state of matter, extremely hot and containing a large number of free electrons. In 1959, astronomer Fred Hoyle speculated that life forms made of plasma might exist on the surface of some stars or deep within nebulae. They would have no fixed shape, and the entire species might drift through the universe like a thinking mass of lightning. They might use electromagnetic waves for communication and stellar radiation as an energy source. To them, the cold, solid environment of Earth would be hellish and unsuitable for survival. In 2007, NASA scientists proposed a wild hypothesis. On Saturn's moon Titan, where the temperature is as low as -180 degrees Celsius, liquid methane and ethane form lakes and rivers. Life forms using liquid methane as a solvent might exist in this environment. They would not need water or oxygen. Their cell membranes might be made of cyanides, and their metabolism would be completely different from Earth biology. They might exhale hydrogen instead of carbon dioxide. An even more extreme theory suggests that pure energy life forms might exist in the universe. They have no physical bodies or material structure, just some highly organized energy field or information flow. They might drift in cosmic rays or be parasitic near the event horizons of black holes, using gravitational waves as a means of perception. For such life forms, our detectors cannot recognize them at all, because all our detection methods are based on matter. They might be passing through our bodies right now, and we would be completely unaware. This is like a primitive person who has never seen a cell phone. If you ask him to find a communication device, he might bring you a mirror or a drum. We have been searching with radio telescopes for 70 years. But if alien civilizations have long abandoned this primitive communication method, switching to quantum entanglement or gravitational wave communication, then we are looking for internet signals on a radio. In 1961, astronomer Frank Drake proposed a famous equation to calculate the number of communicable civilizations in the Milky Way. The equation contains 7 parameters. Scientists gave optimistic numbers for the first 6, but only the last parameter became the death trap. How long can a civilization last? Humanity has only mastered radio technology for over 100 years and nuclear weapons for 80 years. We are not even sure if we can survive another 100 years. If we set this parameter to 100 years, the answer to the Drake equation becomes a terrifying number. Thousands of civilizations may have been born in the long history of the Milky Way, but they all quickly extinguished after a brief burst, like fireworks, missing each other forever. This is like a relay race spanning hundreds of millions of years, but each runner only stays on the track for a few seconds. When you arrive, the person before you has already vanished, and the person behind you has not been born. You run frantically on an empty track, thinking you are the only participant. Scientists proposed a cruel theory, the Great Filter. This theory suggests that there is an almost insurmountable hurdle between the evolution of simple life and a civilization capable of interstellar travel. Most civilizations are destroyed before this hurdle. The terrifying part is that we do not know where this hurdle is. If it is behind us, for example, the jump from inorganic to organic matter or from single-cell to multi-cell life, then we have already passed it fortunately. If it is still ahead, it means some form of almost inevitable destruction is waiting for us. Nuclear weapons might be the first filter. Global existing nuclear warheads are enough to destroy the Earth dozens of times over. From 1945 until now, humanity has been dancing on this powder keg for 80 years, relying not on wisdom, but on luck. No one can guarantee that luck will last forever. Artificial intelligence might be the second filter. When an intelligence's IQ is 10,000 times that of a human, we cannot even comprehend what it is thinking, just as an ant cannot understand why humans build highways. Perhaps every civilization, after creating super AI, is replaced by its own creation. Climate change might be the third filter. A civilization might turn its own home planet into an uninhabitable hell before mastering the ability to terraform other planets. Earth has already experienced 5 mass extinctions, each wiping out over 70% of species. The Sixth Mass Extinction, caused by humans, is currently underway. Physicist Stephen Hawking repeatedly warned humanity against actively contacting alien civilizations. He said if aliens visited us, the result might be like Columbus landing in America, not a good thing for the native inhabitants. He was not joking. This was a rational judgment based on historical experience. But what have humans already done? In 1974, the Arecibo radio telescope sent a message to the M13 globular cluster 25,000 light-years away, detailing human DNA, the solar system's location, and Earth's population. The message has been traveling for 50 years and still needs 24,950 years to reach its destination. If there is someone there, and they reply, we will have to wait another 25,000 years to receive it. But the question is, will human civilization still exist in 50,000 years? 50,000 years ago, humans were still making fire with sticks in caves. 50,000 years is dozens of cycles of civilization. The golden record carried by the Voyager 1 and 2 probes is even more outrageous. It contains Earth's exact coordinates, human images, greetings in 55 languages, and Bach's music. This is like lighting a bonfire in the dark forest and shouting loudly, "I am here, come find me." Astronomer Carl Sagan once calculated that if a civilization reached Type 2 on the Kardashev scale, capable of utilizing the entire energy of their star, their constructed Dyson sphere should produce a clear infrared radiation signature. We have scanned 100,000 stars in the Milky Way and found no signs of a Dyson sphere. What does this mean? Either no civilization has reached this level, or they do not need a Dyson sphere, or they are deliberately hiding themselves. The third possibility is the most terrifying. Imagine if there is a universal law that causes all civilizations to learn to hide. There are only two reasons. Either they are fleeing a danger, or they are the danger. But there is one slightly comforting possibility. We are too early. The universe is 13.8 billion years old, and the Sun is 4.6 billion years old. But the most common stars are red dwarfs, which make up 70% of all stars, with lifespans of trillions of years. They are just beginning their stories. If the universe's lifespan is a 1,000-page book, we are only on the first page. Most civilization stories have not even begun to be written. We might be among the first intelligent lives to awaken. We feel lonely because the party has not started yet. We are the first guests to arrive. What does this mean? It means humanity bears a heavy mission. If we truly are the first, our every choice could influence the direction of the universe for billions of years to come. We will either become the first light to ignite the universe, or we will become a cautionary tale of failure for those who follow. In 2023, the number of exoplanets discovered by humanity exceeded 5,000, with at least dozens located in the habitable zone. The Webb Space Telescope is analyzing their atmospheric compositions, searching for chemical signatures of life. Perhaps within the next decade, we will find the answer. Whatever that answer is, it will forever change humanity. If we find life is common, the great filter is likely still ahead of us. If we find life is extremely rare, then every one of us, every organism, is an incredibly precious miracle in the universe. The silence of the cosmos is not a curse, but a blank canvas waiting for the first civilization to paint its color. Whether humanity becomes that civilization depends on every choice we make next, every decision between destruction and hope. The answer is in our hands.